The Los Angeles Rams dropped their season opener in a closely contested overtime battle against Super Bowl hopefuls, the Detroit Lions. Despite key injuries and trailing by 2 scores in the third quarter, the Rams showed grit by taking the lead late in the game. However, the Lions prevailed, marching down the field in overtime to seal the win without giving the Rams a chance to respond. While the loss sting, there were several important takeaways the Rams can build on leading into Week 2. Cooper Kupp's return was spectacular. Kupp looked like his 2021 self, catching 14 passes on 21 targets for 110 yards and a touchdown, reigniting his connection with Matthew Stafford. Despite concerns about his age, Kupp proved he's still one of the NFL's top receivers. There were injuries, particularly on the offensive line, that hit the Rams hard. Already without their right tackle Rob Havenstein and suspended left tackle Alaric Jackson, the team lost more key players during the game, including their backup left tackle, starting cornerback, wide receiver, and left guard. These injuries affected their ability to protect Stafford and run their offense effectively, and the team's depth will be severely tested as they move forward. Chris Shula's defense was a bright spot, containing Detroit's high-powered offense for much of the game. The Lions, who averaged 393 yards per game last season, were held to just over 200 yards by the fourth quarter. Although they finished with 363 total yards, the Rams' defense showed promise, keeping them in the game till the very end. With their attention now on Week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals, the Rams will look to build on their positives from the game. If they can get healthier, especially on the offensive line, they'll have a strong chance to bounce back and secure their first win of the season. Down 17-3 in the third quarter, the Los Angeles Rams mounted a comeback and took a 20-17 lead in the fourth quarter against the Lions. The Lions are considered Super Bowl contenders in the NFC, and they entered the game at full strength, with only defensive tackle DJ Reader sidelined. Meanwhile, the Rams were missing 5 key starters by the end of the game, with Puka Nacua and Avila sidelined for much of the critical moments. Despite these challenges, the Rams showed resilience and should not feel discouraged. Despite these setbacks, the Rams still had a legitimate chance to win. Had they won the overtime coin toss, we could be talking about an impressive victory instead of a narrow loss in Detroit. While the loss sting, it also highlighted that the Rams are legitimate playoff contenders. Going toe-to-toe with a top NFC team like the Lions underscores their potential. When fully healthy, there's no reason to doubt the Rams can be among the best teams in the conference, making them genuine Super Bowl contenders. Puka Nacua exited Sunday's overtime loss with a knee injury. Though Nacua was seen walking on the sidelines, he was eventually carted off the field. The Rams later announced that he would not return to the... While Nacua is still undergoing tests, the injury is not expected to be serious or sideline him for an extended period of time. I think he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure that's what the report said. According to Adam Schefter, Nacua aggravated a knee injury initially sustained over the summer and is now considered week to week. Nacua, who is 23 years old, was one of the breakout stars of the 2023 season. The 5th-round rookie out of BYU quickly became the Rams' top receiving target and one of the league's most productive receivers. He finished last season with 105 catches for 1,486 yards and 6 touchdowns, earning a Pro Bowl selection. With Nacua and a healthy Cooper Kupp, the Rams entered 2024 with one of the NFL's most promising wide receiver duos, aiming to guide the team to their 4th playoff appearance in 5 years. While Nacua may miss the upcoming game against the Cardinals, his knee injury is not expected to be a long-term setback. The Rams' skill players were not the issue in Sunday night's game. All 4 of their top receivers ranked among the top 5 offensive performers, and even running back Kyren Williams received a decent grade despite rushing for just 50 yards on 18 carries. Cooper Kupp had an impressive outing with 14 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown, while Tyler Johnson hauled in a crucial 63-yard catch in the third quarter. Allen Robinson added 4 receptions for 42 yards, and Puka Nacua contributed 4 catches for 35 yards before leaving with a knee injury. Jared Verse, the team's first-round pick at 19th overall, quietly had a standout debut. Not many players record a sack and 6 pressures in their NFL debut, especially when winning battles against a veteran left tackle. Verse's strong performance may not be surprising given his stellar college career and impressive preseason. The Rams are banking on this being the start of something big. The Rams held the Lions to just 20 points in regulation and under 300 total yards, with Verse's pressure being a key factor. If this is just the beginning of his growth, it fits well for the defense moving forward. Matthew Stafford, who led 31 fourth-quarter comebacks with the Detroit Lions, nearly added another to his tally on Sunday night. Playing behind a makeshift offensive line, Stafford helped the Los Angeles Rams erase a 17-3 deficit. Stafford's offensive line faced significant challenges due to injuries. Backup tackle AJ Arcuri's 2 holding penalties were costly, including one that took away a touchdown. It was Whittington who caught caught the pass as well, a late draft pick that is expected to be used in this offense this season. A lot of people were really excited to see Whittington score that touchdown, as he had a very solid preseason and training camp. Additionally, a false start by reserve tackle Warren McClendon Jr. on 2nd and 12 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left pushed the Rams back 5 yards, complicating their efforts to close out the game. By the end of the match, the Rams were missing 3 starting offensive linemen, further straining a unit already dealing with injuries. After an offseason focus on diversifying the Rams running back room, Kyren Williams ended up dominating the snaps. Out of 74 offensive plays, Williams was on the field for 67. Ronnie Rivers came in second with just 7 snaps, while rookie Blake Corum did not see any action. Despite being highly talked about by the coaches and players throughout the offseason, Corum did not see the field once for a single offensive snap. Williams' prominent role is now clear, but the decision-making of the Rams' offensive coaching staff is raising questions. With already established uncertainties around Steve Avila's positional change in the receiver rotations, it's puzzling why Corum, who had been a focus in the preseason, did not get any playing time. What led to Rivers surpassing Corum on the depth chart? Was Corum unprepared for the game? And if so, why wasn't he given the opportunity to prove himself? Additionally, why did players like Zach Evans and Boston Scott, who also saw preseason rep, fail to make the team? While the loss wasn't ideal, the performance of star wide receiver Cooper Kupp was a bright spot. Kupp looked like his old self, playing the best game he's had since his injury issues began in the 2022 season. At 31 years old, Kupp showed he's still a dominant force on the field, and though his standout performance might have surprised some, it didn't shock his quarterback. Kupp's journey since the peak of his 2021 season has been marked by a series of injuries. Even when he returned from injured reserve last season, he wasn't quite moving like his former self. Over the past year and a half, Kupp has dealt with everything from ankle sprains to hamstring issues. It appears those challenges are behind him now. Kupp seems ready to remind the football world of his dominance, and with his strong chemistry with Stafford, we can expect more stellar performances like the one on Sunday throughout the season. In his last fully healthy season, Stafford relied heavily on Kupp, targeting him on 31% of his passes. This season, Kupp was targeted on 42.8% of Stafford's throws, making him the most targeted receiver in the league. The next closest receiver trailed Kupp by 9 targets. The Rams' Week 1 defeat to the Lions, despite the heartache of an overtime loss, highlighted several promising aspects in areas needing improvement. Cooper Kupp's impressive performance signals that he is regaining his elite form, potentially signaling a return to his 2021 dominance. Matthew Stafford, despite battling behind a makeshift offensive line and dealing with penalties, showed resilience and nearly led the team to a victory. Rookie Jared Verse's standout debut on defense provides a hopeful glimpse into the future. While the team must navigate ongoing injury challenges, particularly on the offensive line and with key players like Puka Nacua, as the Rams prepare for their next game, these early season trials could serve as a valuable learning experiences. If they can address their injury issues and optimize their running back rotation, the team has the potential to rebound strongly. Kupp's resurgence and Stafford's leadership will be crucial as the Rams look to rebuild on the positives from their narrow loss and strive for a successful season ahead. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so you never miss a Rams video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for this season and what you thought of this game. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.